Hey, De-Crypt back again with another decrypted crypto message. Yesterday, I made a bold statement. I was quite chuffed with myself regarding Bitcoin behaving itself nicely in a flag I had drawn, and well, something happened. On my screen right now, you can see I have the original flag I drew, which is basically a flag of the entire lifespan, you can say, of Bitcoin from the time it actually started to move. Not from day one, but from the time it actually started to gain a bit of value. And if you remember correctly, I predicted that when it broke out of this flag, it would go up, and then we would come and we would test this trend line again. A little day or two later, I noticed another flag forming a little bit further on. And yesterday I actually announced that Bitcoin was behaving very well inside that flag, and I predicted that we would move closer to the point of the flag or the end of the flag, and as pressure builds, we were going to break out on the upside, hopefully. Well, something happened last night that blew that theory out of the water, and I want to show you that quickly right now. Just enlarge this slightly. As you can see right here, there's the flag I had drawn yesterday or the day before, and last night we had Bitcoin break out of that flag on the downside. Now, is this bad news? Possibly, but as you can see, it didn't test, it didn't quite, I must just enlarge this slightly. If we get a close-up view, you see we didn't actually come and touch this trend line yet, and it's recovered pretty quickly. Now, if things were normal and the market was acting normally, which we have no proof that it isn't, but I have a theory that what happened last night, or this entire downtrend solid like this, I mean, this is a 4-hour chart, so I'm not going to count them, but probably within a day, we had Bitcoin drop, what is it, from 8,200 down to the lowest year was about 7,400. So nearly $1,000 in that period. That's quite drastic. I haven't heard any bad news or any news at all that could possibly cause Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin, to drop as it did and to break out of that flag. And as you can see, it has recovered almost to within the flag again. It came pretty close, and it's dropped slightly again. But as you can see now from the stochastics RSI indicator as well as the MACD, they are bottoming out, and in fact the stochastics RSI has already started to rise. It is now in the oversold area, and it's now moving up into more bullish territory. That's the stochastic RSI, and the same thing is true for the MACD. It is now, you can see it's turned, and it's probably going to turn up. So we should see the price of Bitcoin increase probably back into this flag. Now, there are different theories about what could have caused this. I have one. I don't think a massive drop in price like this over such a short period is normal without any really bad news or anything to cause it. My theory is that if you go and look at Bitcoin futures, guess when they mature or expire? They expire tomorrow. And if you do a bit of studying there and have a good look, you'll see that Bitcoin has been shorted extensively. In the majority of the futures are people that have shorted Bitcoin. And my theory is that the price of Bitcoin has been driven to this level for those people to make some money, and we might even see the price drop again a slight bit down to possibly the level that it did last night, or maybe even a little bit lower, down to that trend line in the near future, that is before tomorrow or until tomorrow. and then we might see this chart return to normal again. That is my theory. I can't explain it any other way. That is my only way of explaining what has happened. I suppose I'm not too happy about it. As far as I'm concerned, Bitcoin futures is probably the worst thing that could ever have happened to Bitcoin. It has proven that it is possible to manipulate the price of Bitcoin, as decentralized as it is, and supposedly immune to all this kind of thing. It is not. It is, at this point in time, Bitcoin is not too big to manipulate, and it doesn't take a hell of a lot of capital or money or Bitcoin, for that matter, to manipulate the price of Bitcoin. Yes, for the average guy like you and me, it's astronomical amounts of money, but for the big investors, it's really nothing. If you compare it to Wall Street, it's a drop in the ocean. What the whole Bitcoin market cap is worth is what some traders get as a daily budget to trade with on Wall Street. So this is my theory, and well, I'm sticking to it. I can't explain it any other way. I expect after tomorrow, possibly Saturday or so. Look, I'm ahead of most of the world, you can say, by 2 hours or by a couple of hours, GMT plus 2, where I am, and the US is roughly 5 hours, 6 hours behind me, depending on which time zone you're talking about. So Friday night late or Saturday morning my time is when Bitcoin futures expire or mature. Then I think there's no reason for them to manipulate the price anymore, and normal market forces will come into play, and you'll probably see the price follow a trend, maybe not in that flag, but as if it was in that flag. It is down now, so it's going to take a while for market confidence and everything else to reach normality, I would imagine. So that's my take on it. Dignity, on the other hand, was almost just as exciting. As we saw over the last couple of days, Dignity had a pretty sudden, and this is a 1 hour chart. And as you can see here, in a matter of a few hours, we had Dignity drop from average of about 12.7 cents or something, down to, what was that? Below 7 cents. So, I've got some pretty good sources of information. Besides the Cryptobontics and Arbitrade website emails that we get, I've got some sources of information that let me know slightly ahead of time, or call it educated guesses on what's going to happen based on information that they get from the inside, some people on the inside, and I've heard absolutely nothing. My theory is that because the 25th is coming up and we are expecting some news which should chase the price up by creating more consumer or trader confidence, ahead of that, I think some bigger investors are wanting to get in, or did get in. As you can see, the price dropped drastically and quickly, and then there were some radical spikes in the price, which indicates to me that some buying was going on at those lower rates, and then almost as quickly as it dropped, it has recovered again to levels higher than what it started at. So it is now, to me, it is normal market forces acting on the price of Bitcoin again. Excuse me, not Bitcoin, Dignity, the Dignity token. So that is my theory. I still maintain that due to some of the news that I did get the other day, we might see a few dips in the price, but that is going to be due to, call it, lack of confidence temporarily until the 1st. Yeah, that's just the news I thought I'd share with you today. I can't explain what has happened to Bitcoin other than the Bitcoin futures expiring or maturing tomorrow. It can only be, I haven't heard anything bad. I've scanned around the internet. I don't find anything that could cause people to lose confidence like that. I don't explain it in any other way. Anyway, that's my take for it today. Today's the 24th of the 5th, 2018. And it's a Thursday, Friday tomorrow, weekend coming up. Let's see what happens. Big day tomorrow anyway for Dignity token. Let's get out there and make some money.